a six-pack. Heavy metal over a six-pack.
Give me a beer. Hello, everybody, and what's happening? Welcome back to the podcast, Heavy Metal Over a Six-Pack.
Hello, hello.
Find us on all the social media platforms. We are available on Podomatic. We are available on iTunes. We are found on Facebook. We are on Twitter and Instagram at HMOA number 6PACK. We can be directly emailed HMOA number 6PACK at gmail.com or find us on Facebook Messenger and shoot us a message that way. All right, so episode 7. Exciting. What's going on, Anthony, bro?
I'm here. Go with that.
I'm sorry. That sounds so depressing.
But you don't have a choice. You live here, so.
Well, if you wanted, we could have came to you. I'm just saying, let's not like put bad vibes like over the airwaves just because you're in a bad mood.
It's not my fault. Well, so starting off today. Scrolling through my random news stuff, and you know how Facebook knows what you're doing, whatnot.
Yeah, that creepy thing where if
So
if I did a random search on Amazon, I get like 28 ads.
Sure. So with our news searching here and there, I dwell here and there to see for the show and stuff, and I got an ad found kind of interesting. Now it says Metalhead Dating. So it's technically a dating app.
Did you recently change the status to single, like accidentally, and maybe like they thought that you needed help?
I feel like my other half would be yelled at me by now. I just find it kind of weird that. I mean, they have dating things for everyone now. They have farmers dating and pilot dating, and it was an interesting thing I came across.
So it's like a thousand fish in the sea. It could be like 1,000 metalheads in the sea.
Pretty much.
Like there could be like branches off. So I wonder if that like works in like the real world, because like historically, like rock, hardcore, heavy metal, and whatnot was a music genre that was primarily male driven.
Yeah.
So I mean, is this dating app going to be like a massive like sausage fest?
Probably.
Because that'd be pretty.
Although the lady on the ad here is quite female, so.
Well, I mean, if you go 90%, there's like one female for
that's
for
probably
9 dudes.
The one.
There could be some massive competition in that, because, I mean, depending how you break it down.
Right.
Like,
right.
Not that I've ever been on a dating site, but I imagine you get to set up like a profile. I
mean, I would assume it's one of those things. Like, so in my opinion, metalheads are like nerds. They do their
Unemployed,
little
live
thing,
with mom,
pretty much, and they go to their shows, and that's where they all collaborate.
They wear leather jackets with lots of patches that they made themselves.
Right. So I mean, it's I guess it's good for the antisocial, because I feel like that's what most of them are.
I just keep going back to like the Warped Tour last year. That dude that like tapped us on the shoulder asking if he could step in front of us. Like that dude.
Like, sir, I have been here.
Yeah, right. Like
the whole time.
I did my damn time, and like you just show up, just tapping the shoulder. Like, can I stand in front of you? No, you can't
Get out.
stand in front of me. What the fuck are you talking about?
What do you think this is?
It's like, if you didn't think there was like gonna be a pit opening up here like before, there sure as hell is now.
One individual.
Little dipshit. Freaking.
Well, at least you weren't hammer-fisted like I was.
Freaking entitled. Little shit break.
Good thesaurus action there.
So I think I got lost in my little rant the last episode, because with the last episode being like our official like 6-pack episode, I actually forgot to bring up a topic. So I figured, like, what the hell? I can just bring it up now. What I was thinking of doing last episode, which I'll do now, and I have the fantastic HMOA 6-pack beer scores, like right here in front of me, which is actually posted on our Facebook page if you want to check back on our archive of the beers that we've actually critiqued. So my vocabulary is escaping me right now. I'm so sorry. Pretty good selection, to be honest. I mean, I think 80% of the stuff that we've actually sampled, like, I've never either never heard of or never tried before. So
Right.
I mean, that's pretty cool. But what I was thinking we could actually just reminisce on some of the highest rated beers.
Sure.
As far as our guests go, our highest rated beer, and thanks to John from Frenemy, was the Magners Irish Cider, which he rewarded a perfect score of 6 out of 6 points, with a close second to Revival Brewing, the Breakfast Fanny.
So, both those guys in the same area took the lead.
Right. I mean, granted, to this point we've only had them two and Tom, and
Yeah, that's true.
and just a shout out, Tom threw out the Allagash Black, which he's on the positive side of the 6-point rating.
I like the Allagash personally.
I like most of Allagash's brews.
My wallet doesn't, but I do.
Right. The Anthony, do you remember what your favorite is, bud?
So far?
So far.
Actually, I think mine would be the Stony Joe, which is like one of the first ones I think I did.
Stony Joe was your first
Yep.
your first critique. He actually awarded it a perfect 6 points.
Yep.
Good man. I'm a little more stingy. I have not yet rewarded a perfect 6-point because I like to leave my options open. Like,
Sure.
there's gonna be a beer out there that's gonna, like, just blow me away someday, and I'm gonna be like, holy F. Like, I will never drink anything ever again other than this beer.
This is my life now.
Which, in all honesty, that won't ever be the case. I'll always sample. But I actually have 2 beers that actually were rewarded a 5-point. The Bad Martha's Vineyard Ale from Martha's Vineyard, and Two Roads Brewing, the 0 to 60, which I believe came from episode 5. Both of those were actually rewarded a 5 points. So, but again, check out the critiques. Go to Facebook. I actually post these scorecards after. For the most part, after every episode. And please, if you haven't already, like the page, invite some friends to like the page, throw a couple of critiques out there. All that stuff, like, helps because, yeah,
Yeah, I like it.
friggin' harsh, like Podomatic, the weekend. Not too many plays over the weekend, and
No.
like we just like tanked in the ratings.
Boo.
Like, we actually got up to number 5 on Podomatic.
Nice.
For the in the metal section, which I was kind of getting excited about, and like we're gonna get in like the top 1,000 and overall, and then the weekend happened, and now I think we're like 30th
That's quick.
and like 7,000 something
There's like a million people out there.
in the overall.
Plus.
So to our credit, I noticed not a lot from the Boston area. Like, we're actually up here in the New England area,
Yeah.
up here grinding. So come on, Boston.
I mean, that's kind of like
Help us
a
out.
local scene,
All right, like, help us out. Need some help, yo.
right? Boston strong.
Fucking New York. They're not metalheads. Not believe that. I refuse to believe that. Except the weirdos from Connecticut that haven't decided if they're from Massachusetts or New York.
Like right in the middle.
Like the Connecticut's.
Connecticut.
New Connecticut's. I forget what the play on words is for that. So yeah, I meant to do that episode 6, being the official 6-pack episode, but I didn't. So I did it on episode 7. So congratulations to those brews for getting up there, and check them out. Go buy them, drink them,
Yeah. Do
and
it.
like our
Do it.
podcast and listen to our podcast.
Heavy metal headlines.
So we get some heavy headlines. You want to start today? You want me to start?
Yeah. I'll start it off. For any of you who know System of a Down, their guitarist Darren Malakian, he has a side project called Scars on Broadway.
That's actually so funny. This was one of mine. So that's cool.
Was it really?
Yeah,
That's funny.
that's cool. 'Cause we
They
can-
have you heard Scars on Broadway?
yes.
Okay, so you're aware. They just launched a new video for their new single called Lives, or Lives, I guess, either way. Evidently it has to do with the video coincides with the 103rd anniversary of the Armenian genocide, and all portions of proceeds from sales on the single on iTunes go toward the Armenian Fund Lives campaign, which is kind of interesting.
That is. Did you know this album was originally recorded in 2012?
Really? Wait, which?
Like with this album that he's putting out with Scars on Broadway.
Yeah.
This was actually recorded in 2012, and
Okay.
what ended up happening was they put it on hold. Here, let me actually read the. I'll read the actual. Lives is taken from Darren Malakian on and on Scars on Broadway. They also renamed themselves. It used to just be Scars on Broadway, but they're actually Darren Malakian and Scars on Broadway now. So he actually he branded himself in like the name. Their upcoming album Dictator, which will be released on July 20th. The disc was recorded in 2012, but has remained unreleased until now. Malakian said, "I recorded the album, and then around that time, System started playing live again. So every time we'd play live, there'd be conversations like, maybe we'll do an album." So being the guy who wrote the majority of all the System songs in the past, I was like, all right, let me see what's happening with it. Let me hold on to these songs and see how this develops.
Sure.
So it's almost like he did like all these songs like with this side project, which if you've heard it, like it's very similar.
Oh god! Well,
to
I mean,
what System of
his
a Down
voice
is.
is so recognizable.
But even like the tunes and like whatnot, it's like that quirky, like a little fast pace,
goofness to it.
Yeah, a little goofness to it. But he was like holding on to like his side project songs, and it's like, well, if System of a Down like puts out another album and I have to write some material, I can always just take some of these and
he
just
owns
bring
it anyways. So.
and bring them over. And it's like I actually thought that was interesting, especially now that you say that. Like all of this would like they're gonna like donate all of this money. Like from the proceeds, it's like, well, what would have happened if it was a System of a Down album?
Right. I mean, yeah. I guess it supplies first aid kits for the villagers who are under attack from the. I'm going to say this wrong. Azerbaijan's armed forces. So kind of neat though. It's kind of cool when people use music to help others like that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And I don't mean to paint a negative front on like what he was trying to do.
Right.
Do positive. I think the first single that they released the first single off of this. Like this thing has been like sitting in like archives like for so I mean talk about like
6 years.
Talk about standing the test of time because
Right.
like he's like, well, the first single fucking came out in 2010.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm kind of mentally reading this as I go. Apparently this new incarnation of the Scars on Broadway, like this is a whole new overhauled group. Like there's no original members. I guess they had
So
a
it's a
debut.
whole redo.
They had a debut in 2008, which actually also included the drummer from System of a Down.
Yeah, I think I knew that. I actually heard these guys from a rock band. Oddly enough, kind of popped in.
Well, it's like one of those like a song plays and like sounds like System of a Down. So it's like, what song from System of a Down
what
is this?
is
And then you
this?
look at it, it's like Scars on Broadway. Oh,
The hell is what?
so confused right now. And then you look it up, you're like, oh. Now, good news. The article that I read actually came from Blabbermouth. He actually he does go on to say that there's System of a Down has not abandoned the idea of making a new album, but he did say that as of right now they're not on the same page. So I thought that was slated for this year. Like they were shooting for like this year release for like a new album,
Like
but then
anything.
like rumors kept getting like debunked. It's kind of like the new Tool album right now.
Right.
Maynard is like kind of debunked that a couple of times. It's like, well, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen.
Right.
And then he went out and did a Perfect Circle album instead.
Well, he was saying that there's another band that he's in.
Yes, it's Periphery or something like
Yes.
that. Or no, that's not right. Something more edgy. Pussifier
That's
or Pussifer. I'm
yes. But he actually.
P-U-S-C-I-F-R.
So this is a quote from Maynard. He said, "I felt like if I was going to go back and do another Pussifer record, somebody was going to sneak into my bedroom and slit my throat. So I figured I'd go and call Billy, who's in a Perfect Circle, and see where he's at with the music."
Well, that's because they said that the Pussifer record was what was holding off the Tool album,
Right.
which he said is not the case. It's just like Tool just isn't happening.
Yep.
He's got an interesting story. Like he's got like a place like in the middle of like Arizona. It's like in the middle of like nowhere.
Really.
But that's actually this cover. The recent issue of Revolver that's actually out. The camera crew actually went out to take the cover photo like out in like his property, which is like I guess like way the hell out in like East Bum Hell. So I thought this I had this story here. I actually thought this was kind of interesting, and it kind of leads into our female fronted. In this moment, singer-guitarist talk next album, which one of the things that I found interesting, their last album came out in last year, 2017. They've been like touring at like a rapid pace like since then, and now they're already talking about like another album that's tentatively due in like next year, 2019. It's a follow-up to the album The Ritual.
Okay.
His comments could turn out to be an even more grueling experience than last year's effort. His quote, I think Maria and I both, Maria is very particular too. We put a lot of pressure on ourselves for everything, he said. We think that we know what's going to happen, then we get in there and things are different and it becomes a lot of workout, blah, 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 blah. Kind of, there's a lot of back and forth. I didn't. I'm sorry, I didn't pre-read that comment before I started reading it. It's like,
yeah, I think I've read that one as well.
It'll be interesting because like he actually goes on to say like later on the album how like he actually hates writing like while they're on the road. Which, like I said, they've been like touring like feverishly, like they
have
headline
so much
tour
stuff
after
for it,
headline
though.
tour after headline tour, and so I mean, if you don't like writing like while you're on the road and you're gonna pop out an album in like 2019, it's like interesting. But I'm trying to think, in this moment, I think have maybe 3 albums out right now.
They don't have a lot. I know they remade one of theirs, or redid.
Ritual in 2017, A Star-Crossed.
Starcrest Wasteland 2010.
2010, Black Widow 2014, Blood 2012.
Oh, Beautiful Tragedy 2007.
Beautiful
That's the first
Tragedy
one.
2007.
Yep, that was the first one.
Black Widow, I'm sorry, that might not be an album. I'm so sorry.
I think it's so.
The Dream EP was in 08.
No, Black Widow was an album. That's their second to most recent.
So they got quite a few.
Yeah.
So now they're
More than I
gonna
thought.
they're gonna start going on like a feverish pace. They're gonna take like a page out of the Five Finger Death Punch.
Right.
Is one of them like having like a drug addiction that they have to like
Hopefully not.
bust out a bunch of
Hopefully
albums
not.
too?
Did you know that their guitarist actually has like really bad arthritis in his neck and he can't actually move it around?
Well, that's okay. You only have to put on a suit, a mask, and
Right, I mean,
just
don't
hang
see
out
him
in the
anyways.
background.
But he commented on, I don't even know, it may have been the same one you were talking about, but he said when they toured with Avatar, he said watching those guys out there whipping their hair around and swinging their heads, and he's like, I'll never be able to do that again. Kind of a downer. But,
It's all about knowing your limits.
Right.
Recent episodes we talked about cover. Have you actually heard the In This Moment cover of In the Air Tonight,
I
which
have.
apparently is on the
have.
any good?
It's okay. It's slow. I mean, like a lot of her covers, they're slower.
They do describe it as an eerie cover.
It is.
So
It is.
like very very eerie.
I like their cover of Closer, personally, by the Pig Mind. By Nine Inch Nails.
Seems like a good match for them.
Mm-hmm.
9 Inch Nails. Yeah, I can see that happening. So yeah, that's all right. In This Moment, going to be pumping out material.
Pretty good.
Interesting to me because I don't know, maybe more recently, obviously like we talked about this like countless times. Like I have the Apple Music, so I mean I don't necessarily get a lot of like what they release as like singles. But when I'm in my better half's car, she does have the satellite radio, so like the Octane, the Liquid Metals, and like the whatnot. Definitely the last couple of years, like In This Moment has like really started pumping out like more singles in that case. But it's just interesting to me that they're so focused on like pumping out album after album after album because like they to me In This Moment is like a live driven band.
Mm-hmm.
Like their thing is like their show.
Right.
Like it's, I mean, in a world where like album sales aren't necessarily enormous. I mean,
Right. Well, I think she said that she has like a whole 18-wheeler and I think 2 tour buses that go with them. It's absurd with all their props.
I can imagine. And they're just, I mean, there's got to be like a bus full of just like those like little extras
Right.
that she has. I mean, when we saw them, she had about 6 or 7 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like just people that were like dedicated to worshiping her on stage.
Pretty much. Well, she always has her
Artistically, of course.
2 little people that run around and entertain and.
Which is great. I mean, I'm all about stage shows. I mean, I mean, don't stop a thing by any means. But Said you had a second news?
I do have a second news. Segundo. This is for all you old school metalheads out there. Deep Purple and Judas Priest are touring together, a headline tour across the entire country.
Oh, God.
They're all across the U.S. and parts of Canada. I believe the last album that Deep Purple put out was Infinite in 2017, and then actually Judas Priest put out one this year, Firepower, March of this year, 2018.
All right, so they both kind of have like material out
Yep.
there that they're gonna go ahead and.
Now, unfortunately for all you locals, there is nothing in this area.
See, you don't buy concert tickets, guys. This is what happens. You can't take your
I
dad
think New York is the closest one, honestly.
and your grandpa. You can't take dad and grandpa to go see like their heavy metal icons. I make fun of them. I've actually I've seen Judas Priest before. No, I saw him in a festival atmosphere. I think I saw him at they came around with an Ozfest one time. They I mean it's solid for what it is.
Right.
I mean, you know, back then. I mean, strong guitar, high vocals.
Yeah, can he still hit him though? Well, I don't think he can hit him anymore.
Halford's still got some.
Does he?
He's got some
Okay.
juice. He's got some juice to him. Like he's still pretty high energy.
Sure.
Does his iconic thing where he rides in like on the bike. You can hear him in the background. Like
Yeah, he's always got that was like his thing.
Yeah, and then it's been like a thing for like the last few years. Like the biggest tours that like come around are like all of these bands that were like from like 20, 30, 40 years ago.
Right. Well, the last big one I saw was Def Leppard, Tesla, and actually REO Speedwagon.
Oh, wow.
Which is funny because it was supposed to be Styx. But the Tommy Shaw did something with whatever. I think he hurt himself or got sick or something. So REO Speedwagon jumped in.
Hey, he might have been better off.
It's funny because REO Speedwagon, like you look at them, the dude has like white ass hair. But he sounds so on point, it's absurd. It's the weirdest thing.
He's the one who just passed last year, isn't he?
From REO Speedwagon? Maybe. I'm not
His
sure.
name escapes me, but I think unfortunately, I don't think he's no longer with us.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, so rest in peace,
Yeah,
REO
right.
Speedwagon guy. But it brings up like the only point that I bring up to that is it's like, well, all these like old school acts are like getting like the stadium tours right now. Like
Look at
there's
Guns
not,
N' Roses.
there's very few modern acts right now that
True.
are getting like those big ones. But you know what? If they come around to like clubs like the Palladium and Paradise Rock Club and the different spots in Providence, Connecticut, et cetera. Like I personally prefer stage
agree.
like those kind of shows.
I'm with you. House of Blues.
If I
any of
never,
those.
House of Blues actually is a good
Paradise.
time. I would I could care less if I ever go back to Mansfield.
Right.
I really don't like that.
Well,
venue.
they're running out of shows anyways, because Warped Tour is the last one this year.
All right,
And
so
there
they
used
can,
to be another hardcore one that they shut off too.
Oh, the last time I was at an Ozfest was like there. So
Yep.
and Warped Tour, yeah.
I remember when. No, it was Local Bazooka. I'm sorry. When Local Bazooka was a huge thing. That was right at the Fitchburg Airport, like when it first started. Am I correct?
It ended at the Fitchburg Airport.
Okay, that's where it ended. I knew
that
that's
was
where it used to be.
that's actually when because when Local Bazooka originally started, it was originally all local.
Yeah.
And then what they did was they started they did it at Green Hill Park in Worcester, Mass.
Sure.
Actually, if you want to go way back, it actually started in like a bar.
Really?
I believe in the Worcester area, and
Okay.
the name of the place is actually escaping me, but it was just like a small venue, and like he had a whole day event of like local bands,
Really?
and then they were able to make it bigger, and then Local Bazooka happened, where like they had multiple stages.
So there needs to be more stuff like that. Who asked me?
It's problem is these festivals are dying because like the ticket sales are dropping. Not even necessarily. I don't think even like from what I've read, it's not even necessarily like the major markets where like the ticket sales are dropping,
Right.
but it's like the side markets.
Sure.
So I mean, you can't make your bank on Los Angeles, New York. I'm gonna say Boston loosely because I think a lot of the festivals actually kind of avoid this area probably for that.
Right.
But a couple of spots on like each coast, and like they try to fill venues like in between, and they're just not getting the sales. And it kind of goes back to like when we talk about like even local bands like playing and like not getting like the Cove, like the Battle of the Bands, like what a great event, like what a great opportunity to like go discover. But
No, right. Totally.
What's really interesting about it is like there's so much information out there. Like it's not like 20, 30 years ago where if you wanted to hear new music, you had to go see him live because there wasn't like a way to get like the distributed stuff.
Right.
So like right now, we could probably look up like any local flyer,
Sure.
find any one of those bands, whether it be on Facebook or the Twitter or Reverb Nation or like something. We could probably hear them. We could probably figure out, hey, these bands are actually pretty good, and then make the decision to actually go see them live. But like, it's like attendance is like lower.
Right. It's true.
It's like, oh well, I can just hear them on my iPod, so I don't need to go pay the $5 cover charge. And
right,
like, dude, go out and have fun.
Oh, I mean,
it's be fun.
Live music's so much better, anyways.
Well, the whole thing. Like, why do you go to the movies? You get
same thing.
Premium picture, premium sound. You go out to a live venue because you get the top-notch sound quality that cannot be recreated, especially in like a handheld device or anything like that. But
that's why even like Ralph's does the Ralph's and Worcester does the Metal Thursdays, which is really cool. And those actually fill up pretty well. I usually see that place pretty full for the most part.
It's the burgers, man.
You would get burgers.
You go for the burger, you stay for the metal.
Yep.
They're just so hospitable. Seriously, every staff guy that I've ever talked to at Ralph's, like they're like so damn friendly.
The place is good.
All right, buddy. Any other news today?
That's it for me.
Heavy metal over a 6-pack. Artist profile.
This artist profile is Trivium. Latest release, A Sin in the Sentence, 2017. Genre, thrash metal. First song I've ever heard of from Trivium was Rain off of their Ascendancy album, released in 2004. From there, I learned the ways of their older album, Ember to Inferno, and at that point, I am a lifelong fan. Something happened on the way when Trivium came out with The Crusade in 2006, which pissed off old school fans of the band because thrash metal guitar remained, but the metalcore scream turned to clean vocals, which some fans could not understand or relate to. From there, the band and a producer change came out with what I consider a masterpiece in the album Shogun in 2008. Moving along to 2010, the band turned down the exoticness of their leads, mellowed out the solo, primarily use of drop C sharp tuning, and came out with the less complex but at some points still hard-hitting In Waves. This album yielded another personal favorite song of mine, Inception of the End. The band is quoted in saying this album they were focusing on songs and what makes the song great, not to showcase how well they could play. Two other albums will come out in 2013 and 2015, but what I want to get to is 2017, The Sin in the Sentence was born. This album to me is a cultivated growth spurt of this band, all they know and all they've done, and what their core is represented in this album. Killer guitar, epic drum, and a great mix of clean and metalcore scream, making a pure Trivium sound like that of old. I have followed Trivium since I got the hook in 2004 and have appreciated their growth and their execution. And now, in past couple of years, being in Massachusetts area, seeing Trivium return to the scene in co-headlining tours with the likes of Arch Enemy, as well as doing their own tour of the smaller intimate clubs, revitalizes for me this band and their efforts. The Sin in the Sentence is a great and must listen. But my all-time tracks for this band, Rain, Down from the Sky, Shogun, Inception of the End. And add now to this list the title track, The Sin in the Sentence. A 1 to 6 scorecard. Trivium gets a 4.8 from this HMOA 6-pack host.
This is Heavy Metal over a 6-pack. Battle Royale Tournament Edition.
All right, let's go. Let's get into the main event. So we did part 1 on episode 6 where we were talking about the best female fronted metal band. We narrowed it down to a field of 32, and we actually now have the field down to 16 participants, which we have set up in a tournament form. For sake of wasting time, like we did already kind of name all these 32 in the last episode, so I think we should just go right into the matchups so we can actually break them down like a little bit. What we're going to do in all fairness, like we're going to take our scores from like the last time and we'll actually apply some multipliers like as we go to try to give some of these groups a fighting chance at a different score, and maybe they can move their way on to the next round. But our first matchup in the round of 16, our number 1 seed from our bracket was Icon for Hire, and they actually match up with La Cuna Coil. So for me, the multiplier that we decided to go for in the first round is in the vocal category. Both of them, to me, had a 4. I do actually like Lacuna Coil's vocals, as well as Icon for Hire. Like I like her punk. I like her. I think the last time that we talked about
I gave Lacuna a 4. I actually gave Icon a 5. But
there you go. So Icon's gonna get a couple extra points in that sense from Anthony. I think with Lacuna Coil, you gotta stick to the hits.
yeah, no,
I think
they have a very large library. It's just
they do, but I mean, I honestly think there's like 1 or 2 songs on like each one that like really stand out. And like when their first release that came out, I remember actually there was a lot of tracks that got a lot of radio play off of their first release.
You got like a wrapped face, right?
But then like after that, there was. And what's actually funny, like I also saw Lacuna Coil at Ozfest. The Ozfest used to be great. Like I used to see so many bands because they would bring 20 or 30 like every time they came around. What used to be funny is I actually remember seeing them live, and like the male singer that's actually in the group.
Yeah, because he's like a newer addition, right?
Well, he's a guitar player.
Okay,
So he's a guitarist, and like he'll do the male backup vocals, and like I used to laugh because like it seemed to me like he was trying to make himself like the focal point of the show. It's like, dude, you're not the focal point of the show. Like nobody gives 2 shits about you,
right?
To be honest. 10, 15. So Lacuna Coil last time for me was an 18 with the multiplier. They get a +8 to that, so that makes them a 26.
For me, went from a 21 to a 25.
21 to a 25. Icon for Hire for me last time around was a 30. Add the multiplier, they're actually up to 38.
It'll be 40 for me on that end.
So Icon for Hire moves on to the next round. Lacuna Coil, thank you for joining us. Again, we are trying to narrow down this field so we can tell you guys who the best female fronted metal band in the world is. That way you don't have to. You should not that you shouldn't check out all 32 of these bands and thank them for their efforts, but we'll tell you who the best of the best is. Our second matchup in the first round is going to be Epica versus Kittie.
So Epica, for me, I wasn't a big fan of the vocals myself. They're good, but I mean the rap aspect is good, but the vocal itself I wasn't a huge fan of. That would give them a 22 for me all day.
I actually did apparently like Epica's vocals. I did give them a 4 out of 6. That with that multiplier, that actually bumps them up to me for a 29. Kittie, I actually scored the same exact vocal.
Really? I get a 33 for Kittie on my end. Vocals are okay. It depends on the song. I feel like they're different in every song a little bit.
I'm actually a long-time Kittie fan. Mm-hmm. They're her voice doesn't blow you away.
No.
It's more like, especially like their first album. Like if you go all the way back to like Spit and like Brackish, it's like more. Yep. It's like more cutesy.
Yeah.
Like kind of like she's got like her clean vocals, her clean vocals are a little punky.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
But then like she's got like her
screaming.
She has a pretty signature growl.
Yeah.
Like her screaming vocals are kind of like her own sound.
Yeah.
And
agreed.
A few albums later, they have a bunch of releases. They just had their 20th anniversary. The album that they came out with that wasn't very popular that I actually really love, I believe, was called In the End.
Okay.
The track itself on that album, In the End and Into the Darkness, like. Mm-hmm. That's when like I think her clean vocals like really get like a little bit more pretty,
mm-hmm.
but it's like coupled with like very basic like guitar action.
Yeah, that's the type of music.
It would be 51. It's a final score of 51 for Epica. It's a final score of 62 for Kittie. So Kittie would move on to round 2. Our next matchup in this first round, we have Amaranthe versus Evanescence. Now, if I was going to fault anything with Amaranthe, would be is their vocal work is really like cutting 3.
That's what I was gonna say. There's
and
three
there's
vocals.
right, and there's
That's-
only one female versus the two male.
Correct.
There's a clean male, and there's a
heavy-
male that
Yep.
kind of handles like the heavy load of it. Not to take anything away from them, but I mean there are actual tracks on like the Amaranthe album that it's primarily the male singer.
Mhm.
But either case, I mean she's got a solid
Yeah.
voice. I mean
I wasn't mad about it.
compared to the field,
Sure.
I would say middle of the pack.
Yep.
So my updated score for them would actually be a 30.
Mine would be a 34.
Evanescence. Amy Lee is Amy Lee.
I'm a big fan of Amy Lee. If Amy Lee makes Evanescence, in my opinion, but that gives them a 30 for me because I think the vocals are the only thing they really had.
My final score for Evanescence actually turns into a 30 as well. That she had a pretty good multiplier there, but that's a 64 to 60 loss to Amaranthe.
Right. I only gave them a higher for the drum because their live album, the drum was very, very good.
My thing is, and this is actually unfortunately for Evanescence, it's actually just personal taste, but their overall catalog is just not
Oh God, I think
in my
Three
window.
songs,
I mean, they're a
maybe
104.
four.
They're a 104.5 band,
true.
which is top 40, and for if you happen to not be listening in the New England area. So unfortunately for them, I mean that's kind of how they landed for me. Next matchup would be Unleash the Archers versus Arcona. Arcona's not going to get much on the multiplier for me because I was not very high on their vocals. It was more their instrumentation that I like for Arcona. So I mean my updated score for them would be a 24.
I have a 28 on my end.
28. Unleash the Archers.
That bitch can sing.
Unleash the Archers. I was very high on her vote. I mean,
Yep.
Definitely slightly above average.
That
her
power
updates-
metal man.
It's she's got a 32 on my end.
She has a 36 for me. I think I gave them the highest guitar rating out of all of their. If I'm correct. Pretty sure it is.
Unleash the Archers got my only perfect rating,
Really?
and it came in the guitar column.
Yeah, I
Number
got a
6.
6. Yeah, 6 is what I put for them as well.
So Unleash the Archers. We'll move on to round 2. The next matchup coming up, we have Stitched Apart versus Hailstorm. Now my vocally with Stitched Apart, I'm not a fan of her scream.
I'm not either.
Like I like her clean.
Great.
Not a huge fan of their scream, but at the same token, like Hailstorm,
That bitch can sing. Going back to my last thing.
well,
Now,
that's
You
a
gotta-
matter of opinion because I have her pretty average.
really? Now, when I went to go see, I may have brought this up last time. I don't remember. When I saw them, they opened for Shinedown, and like she came out. We've never heard of these people before, and she just started like belting these notes. Like, what? And I mean,
Kind of had to like make her like her welcome.
if you
as
listen to
like,
the
hey, I'm
first
here.
album, the kind of like offset songs, she hits some crazy notes too, and she sings the Judas Priest song, and she hits all those high things. So
I think what actually happened, like, if I compare it to the field, I feel
Sure.
like because like when we were going through like the 32 bands, like I'm trying to like put a scale. It's like where would this person fall? Where would this person fall? And I mean compared to the field, I mean I'm not saying she can't sing.
right,
Like Izzy Hale, like Lizzie Hale
Lizzie Hale, correct?
said Izzy,
Izzy, whatever.
Lizzie Hale, like very talented individual. It's just I mean. Especially like her new releases, like she's going more for the raspy,
Yeah.
like more for the hard. And
I agree.
I kind of put them the same like way as Evanescence. It's just like unfortunately overall their catalog is just not my
Yeah.
thing. Like I like a handful of their songs, like
Sure.
and I like a handful of their songs a lot. Like they have some songs out
Agreed.
there that are great. Hailstorm for me goes up to a 24.
Hailstorm for me goes up to a 36.
36.
Yep.
Stitched Apart for me goes up to a 27.
28 for this guy.
Man, I'm gonna have to do the math on this one.
Mm-hmm.
What's hard for me to like Stitch Apart is like kind of like the same thing. Like their catalog doesn't necessarily blow me away, but they actually have one of my favorite songs like
Right.
ever. So it's like one song versus the whole catalog. Like I could be like very biased here.
Oh,
That is a win for Stitched Up Heart, 56 to 55.
wow, right on top.
I like this multiplayer game.
Math.
Oh my god, what am I thinking?
I don't know.
I was talking about Stitched Up Heart, like I was saying they had the favorite song. I got my bands completely screwed up. Straight Line Stitch.
I was gonna say, I was like, we haven't done them yet.
Oh my god. All right, well we're gonna chalk that one up to like some goofiness because Stitched Up Heart. Do they even have like heavy vocals in Stitched Up Heart?
I don't think so.
And you went with me when
did,
I said that. You're
because-
like, yeah, I don't really like it either.
Well, like you went with the that's my favorite song. I was like, okay, so that's the one.
No, everything's
I'm glad
wrong.
I'm glad we both fucked up.
But congratulations, Stitch Up Heart. So how about Nightwish versus Straight Line Stitch? Now, Straight Line Stitch, my overall category.
There you go.
They have one of my favorite songs of all time, but I don't necessarily care. But her heavy vocals, I'm not a huge fan of.
I don't mean to be this guy, but Straight Line Stitch is the one with your voice, with your song.
Yes, cool.
Double check.
Yes.
Debunked. I digress.
So Straight Line Stitch, my score still upgrades to a 27.
Mine would be a 28.
Okay. So you're 28 for Stitch Apart as well.
Right.
I'm just making sure, like,
Yes.
now that I get this like completely
Yes.
screwed up. All right, let's go. Nightwish for me.
They're okay.
More excited about their instrumentation than
Yeah.
I was about the vocals and the lyrics,
Agreed.
but they do go up to a 28 for me.
28 as well for me.
That means Nightwish is going to advance by 1 point, 56 to 57. See, again, I should be biased right now because, like, Straight Line Stitch, they have, like, my song. Next matchup we have would be In This Moment versus Baby Metal. Baby Metal for me, I'm sorry, I can't take your vocals seriously.
I'm kind of on the same boat. Not that you can only take them for so long though, and you're like, okay.
I understand that they are what they are, but all right, whatever. I'm not gonna dwell on this. Where was I?
In This Moment, Baby Metal. I'm talking about the
Baby Metal.
vocals.
So yeah, so Baby Metal, like neat. Japanese metal, like they fit the bill like perfectly. With their bonus, they get a 23 from me.
25 for me.
3 to 25 In This Moment.
Marina's a hit or miss for me with the vocals. Sometimes they're really good, and other times they're just a little whiny, I guess, for the term.
She does have a couple of whinies. There are some whinies in there, absolutely.
But overall, she'll have a 29.
29. I'm a 31 for In This Moment. So that's a 60 to 48. So In This Moment, we'll move past Baby Metal, and then we have our very last.
The same lead singer in both those bands.
I thought you would like this actually. Arch Enemy versus the Agonist. Not necessarily the same, but
It depends where you rate it from. Do you rate it from their older stuff for Arch Enemy, or do you rate it from the newer?
well, haven't they both moved on with like new,
Yes.
or is the Agonist like not?
It has a different.
Right. So everybody's like moved on.
Sure.
So like we swapped, we changed, we continue. They digress and they move on. Everybody's happy.
Everybody happy.
Agonist for me turns into a 32.
37 for me.
32, 37. Arch Enemy for me turns into 29.
Fortunately, my lowest one, it would be a 20.
That's all right. Agonist goes on. And we now have round 2. All right, so we're adding a multiplier for guitar now. So we're actually going to take into account some of the instrumentation for like these lovely female-fronted metal bands and whatnot. Our second round matchup turns into Icon for Hire versus Kittie. Now, I was actually going off of my original rating system that I had for Icon for Hire, and I wasn't really high on their guitar work. I mean, it fit, but there's not a whole hell of a lot going on there. It's kind of like a pretty simple 4/4.
The song don't even have guitar.
I mean, decent for what it was. So, I mean, definitely nothing.
What's that punk guitar? It's the basic chords.
So after all the multipliers, Icon for Hire turns into a 42 for me.
48 for me.
48. Kittie? Kind of the same. I mean, they have like pretty basic solos. I mean, There are two guitarists in there, so they do create good layers with some of their music. They pretty much power chords, harmonics are kind of like their game, pretty much. But for me,
they're the same, honestly, on my end. But that would give Kittie for me a 41. But I get him a 4 for guitar work as well.
So it's 34 for me for Kittie. That actually moves Icon for Hire to the final 4. Woohoo! I'm sorry. Yeah, final 4. Our next second round matchup would be Amaranthe versus Unleash the Archers. Unleash the Archers again was my only perfect score, and it came in the guitar category. So my previous score of 32 is gonna now be 44.
My 36 now 40.
Amaranthe, guitar work, pretty average.
See, and I thought that too, but when I listened to more of their stuff, the more the hidden tracks got a little more doodly, if you must.
They have some, but I mean overall, I think they actually like rely more on like the synth and the effects.
And their 3 vocals.
Yeah.
They have a 44 for me.
They're 36 for me, so Unleash the Archers will actually move on to the... Our next second round matchup is Stitched Up Heart. Not Straight Line Stitch.
You sure?
But Stitched Up Heart. Straight Line Stitch is no longer in the competition. Versus Nightwish. Nightwish, I was above average on their guitar. Their updated score for me, 24, 28, 36.
34 for me.
Now, Stitched Up Heart, not to be confused with Straight Line Stitch. Pretty average for me on the guitar section. So for them, that makes them 24.
36 for me.
36 for me as well. Stitch Up Heart beats Nightwish by 2 points. That's 2 very close matchups for the Stitched Up Heart. And then last but not least, in the second round, we have the Agonist versus In This Moment. Looking at my matrix here. In This Moment, average guitar-wise. Yeah. Again, as far as I'm concerned, like their band is kind of focused on being visuals. Like visuals. 16.
35 for me. In This Moment.
I am 37 on In This Moment. You're 35. The Agonist, which I can't find on my matrix right now.
The Agonist, I give a higher guitar. I give a little higher. I give a lot of quick. A lot of attitude.
I mean, I was definitely about, like, I think musically they're awesome. A little more shred.
Hands.
Technique.
Transgression between different speeds and everything. That's the word I was looking for.
That's a big word.
Yeah, damn it. So for them all together, it'll be a 47.
I got 40. So that's a very massive defeat for the Agonist, which means we're down to our final 4, bud.
Yay!
Match number 1: Icon for Hire and Unleash the Archers. For this particular one, we're adding a 3-time multiplier for overall. Icon for Hire gets an extra 10 points on the overall for me. So for me, that makes them a 52.
10 points.
Yeah, because I gave them a 5, so I times that by 3. It makes it 15. That's a 10-point difference between all the other scores. You look confused.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. No, you're good. 63 on my end. The way you said it.
All right, I'm sorry. I won't say
Like,
it
what
that
3
again.
numbers make 10? I'm trying. Like 2, nope. 3, nope. Good.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm screwing up again. Goddamn white people.
Beep.
Okay, I remember. I was down on Icon for Hire on the overall sound because of that stupid album that they came out with. So I actually I'm sorry. I'm scratching my number out. They're 48 for me. Now, Unleash the Archers. Overall sound. They get a pretty decent like little bonus for me. That's going to be 8 points extra.
Yep, same here. Oh, no.
For me, they turn into a 52.
64 for me.
The 116 to 111. Unleash the Archers is going to the finals. I think that's fair.
Yeah,
That's fair,
I agree.
especially with our musical taste. On the other end, we have Stitched Apart versus the Agonist.
Stitched Apart will get a 42 on my end. And the Agonist will have a very low score of 62.
Super low.
Super low.
All right, so Stitched Apart for me gets a 44. The Agonist actually goes up to a 48. The Agonist now has 110 points versus 86. The Agonist and Unleash the Archers for our final. So we didn't actually come up with another multiplier for these guys, but what I would tell you is with a score of Unleash the Archers at 92 and the Agonist at 110, I think we've determined that the greatest female-fronted heavy metal band in the world is the Agonist. So just to wrap up that segment, Heavy Metal Over a Six Pack would like to congratulate the Agonist, and we highly recommend that you actually go and look up all of their catalog. The links will be on all of our social medias and on our episode notes, so you guys can actually check out these bands. Definitely, all of them in their own way are really worth a listen. Like with it, in all honesty, exception of like a handful.
You got to think too. There's multiple genres here.
There's quite a few.
So,
yeah, there's quite a few, and to be honest, I'm not even sure if we even scratch the surface of all the great ones that are necessarily out there. But
there's a lot of hidden gems that aren't on this list.
Again, we actually we use the website, thetop10s.com. They have a pretty neat little ranking system. And I just couldn't stop writing down names when I was going down the list. I got all the way up to originally I think 34, and had to narrow it down. But in our super flawless way, we have determined that the best female-fronted heavy metal band in the world is the Agonist. So congratulations again to them.
You win nothing. Like all of our prizes.
You win our absolute admiration and affection.
We'll go with it.
Yeah, that's pretty valuable.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not concerned. I don't know, man. I know we didn't take too much time. Do you have any random BS you want to talk about before we discuss the
beers?
The beers.
See, top of my head.
All right, man. Let's review some beer.
Let's do it.
It's time to grab another beer and then talk about it. This is What Are You Drinking Today?
I'll start.
Right.
So I admit I was not super creative today. At heart, I'm a lager guy. I'm a lager, a pilsner. I have two levels of drinking. If I'm gonna drink like a fish, I go out and I buy something that's less than $20 for a 30-pack. If I'm gonna,
ice.
I don't go that bad.
All right. Keystone. Just kidding.
I think my floor might be Rolling Rock.
All right.
And that's a pretty brutal hangover if you actually make the goof up and you get hungover on those things.
Right.
Go out to a couple of these dive bars where they have it on tap for like a couple of bucks
That's like Narragansett.
for a pint. It's like,
$1 Narragansett.
oh, sounds like a great idea at the time, and then you wake up the next morning. It's like, oh, why did you do that to yourself?
It's like a doom shot.
So yeah, if I drink like a fish, I usually stick to I usually stick to that tier. I can crush the Bud Light and a Coors Light and a Miller's Light like anybody. But then when I want to be like fancy and actually enjoy my life, it's when we hit up all these craft beers. So this one's actually really kind of like right smack in the middle, because this is a Kolsch style. Which is it's I compare it to a pilsner or a lager.
Sure.
It's a very crushable beer, and so it's kind of like down at like those lower ends. This is by Leinenkugel. It's a canoe paddler. This isn't new to me. Like canoe paddler for them is actually a seasonal. It comes out pretty much every spring, like early spring to like early summer. Canoe paddler will be available. Leinenkugel is from Wisconsin. Leinenkugel is not by any means a small craft brewery.
No, they're pretty big.
they have they're pretty huge. So I didn't really go like too little guy today. So sorry, but not sorry because
I can't say anything because mine's not new.
You know, I didn't,
Smaller.
Whenever you guys consume this, Harpoon's pretty. I mean, that's a Boston base. I mean, so
Yeah, nothing. Yeah, I suppose.
So I mean, whatever day you guys consume this product, I mean, it's a Monday night here, so I just want something light and like refreshing.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, the weather was fabulous. It just seemed like a
Plus.
good springtime beer for me.
once.
Yeah, right. Wait till tomorrow.
Right.
So Leinenkugel Canoe Paddler. It's it said very light, Kolsch style beer. Something that it's actually a go-to. I actually look forward to it. At one point, these are actually only available in like a 12-pack like sampler thing. So
I
you
think I
had to
remember
buy
that.
like the 12-pack, and you only get 4 of them.
Yeah, you get the rando. Yep.
And then I had to deal with the god awful Hops Hells or
Oh,
Hell's
the
Hops
Hellies,
or
yeah.
whatever it was, and it was just like hoppy
Hopping
garbage.
Hellies, is that what it was?
Yeah,
Something like that.
it was hell. That's all it was. It was hell in a bottle. And I had to buy 4 of them so I could get 4 canoe paddlers.
Right.
It just
Take the
didn't
trade-off.
add up. But they finally started like
Mm-hmm.
shipping over like some 6-packs for me. So I said this is a go-to for me. Out of 6 points, this is a 4.
Nice. Pretty good.
Bruja. See what I did there? Bruja.
Bruja. Like it. So I went with the Harpoon Brewery from Boston and Winster, Vermont. The Wana Mango. I usually go for the. No, I like the fruitier. I like a little flavor in my beer. Citrusy one, stuff like that, and you don't see too many of the mango. So I really got to give it a shot. It's actually pretty good. It's a pale ale, so it has a little bit of hoppiness behind it, which, as we've learned by now, is not my glass of brew. See that? Is that a cup of tea? You like that? Yeah. I'm a big fan of the UFO line, as we were talking about earlier. But yeah, it's pretty good. I get a 4.5 in my end.
Wow.
Pretty generous.
Wow. That's pretty good for a Harpoon because they have a lot of the Harpoon stuff has like a very distinct flavor, kind of like the Wachusett Brewing. Like a lot of their bottled stuff like
Right.
has a very very distinct, but very good, very good. That's good to see because I think a couple of your last couple of points have been like average to below average.
Mm-hmm.
You set yourself up like huge with that Stony Joe's, man.
Pretty much.
Well, everybody, quick hitter today.
Yeah.
Got some shit done. You now know exactly where to go if you want the best in the world when it comes to female-fronted heavy metal bands. Please, if you're listening, shoot us an email. We need some album reviews. We want to rate and critique the stuff that you guys want to hear rated and critiqued, as well as we'll definitely start taking a look at like some of the new albums in like 2018 that are starting to come up, especially from like maybe some bands that like even we haven't actually heard of. Upcoming episodes, we got some great guests lined up. We got some cool discussion points coming with a few guests. We have 2 full bands that are going to be coming in the next couple of episodes. So I mean, definitely something to. I mean, you all may have heard the chaos that happened the last time we had the full band in here. So
I think the chaos is from one person, but that's fine.
it's cool.
We won't point fingers.
It's cool.
Take names.
We're down with the chaos. Please like, share, listen, repeat. Make sure get some of your friends to actually like our social medias. I hate to like put so much damn importance on it, but it's important in this world of social media buzz. We really need to see some of your ratings. We're hopefully going to be on the next couple of platforms up and running pretty soon. Just holding on for Spotify and Google Play, but we are available on iTunes. We are available through Podomatic on the website. We are available through Podomatic through their app. Which if you are an iPhone user, you can get their app. I'm told that the Android users cannot. So let's go.
Apple-oriented.
Let's go Google Play.
Yep. Pretty much.
But we're very findable. But like I said, we really encourage you. Send us like some album reviews, or if you want us like anything that you want to hear us discuss. We'd love to hear your feedback. And keep checking back and keep listening. And thanks for joining us again. I'm good if you're good.
I'm good if I'm good.
Alrighty. Peace.
See ya.
That is the end of this episode. Signing off for two dudes who think you give a shit about their opinion. This is Heavy Metal Over a Six Pack. See you next time.